Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Hey, dude.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back to throw now on first down. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
2nd and 4. Open man is born. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Now back to throw. How about the start? That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Delta.
Mike, check 33. 33. Check.
Right there.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Going for it all. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Mayfield on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. 21-0 our score after 1. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Mayfield looks to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, high 7.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This is Cullen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Back to throw, and he fires one, but incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Mayfield now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. No, check that.
Mayfield on play action. He'll buy some time right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Point it right. Hey, Haywood.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it this time. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Harris to return. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On third down, a run from Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They'll set up to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
17 yards. And a 49er first down.
Greystone travel.
Yeah. Mike 58 right there. Hey.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Back to throw here. That'll be complete to Breida. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 6 yards away. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
Oh, ball. That's our ball. That's our ball.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Check down to Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 50-yard line.
Chopper! Chopper!
Mayfield now from the 50. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert!
This is Cohen on the toss. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Real.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They try again with Cohen, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check 33. 33.
Hey, let's get this. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 61, matchbox lights.
Kill, turn up.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
218, choppers. Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On 1st down, it's Cohen. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. The screen pass here to Cohen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay
in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey!
Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Regular.
Watch the pass.
Now Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Solomon Thomas make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, alert 33. Go.
4th down, Mayfield. And it is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Go.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Let's get this all day.
Ready? 30 base.
45. Not today, you are. Not today.
Now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who
Yeah.
had them. And listen, getting the points from me, they're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Let's go.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They